How's it going, Talk For Us TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to a sort of review and preview, sort of a combination of the two, if you will. It's going to be a review of the Liverpool game that took place on Saturday, and a preview of the Brighton game, which takes place tomorrow evening. So yeah, with the Liverpool game, I didn't get a chance really to do the review straight sort of after the game, like I would, or sort of later that evening. One thing got in the way. Basically, I had to have my car towed back from my family. Just before we get into the main reason of the video, I went to visit family on my dad's side who actually all support Forest. Why I support Forest myself, and just as I got there, the clutch went on my car, so towards the end of the game, I had to go and get my car towed back to where I live, which is a fair distance away from where they live. So I didn't get really chance when I got home to do the video. I wasn't really in the right frame of mind, sort of thing. So I'm going to do it now. Yeah. So basically, that Liverpool performance has made me feel a bit more optimistic. I was very doom and gloom, especially after sort of the Leeds match. Who did we play after Leeds? Villa. After those games, I felt not depressed, but I felt really down. I was like, I just don't really feel as though we've got a chance of staying up. I didn't really look at the remaining fixtures and have very much optimism. But sort of after the Liverpool game, I'm lifted up a little bit. I'm a bit more buoyant, if you will. A bit more like, yeah, you know what? We maybe won't stay up, but we've got more of a chance now. Like, I feel like we're actually willing to put in the effort and put in the fight that we need to put in to stand a chance. You know, you look at the Villa game, and okay, yeah, first half we did well. We kept it at 0-0 for the first 45 minutes. Oh, pardon me, the first 45 minutes. But then straight after kickoff, they scored, and then that was that. That was game over. There was no fight, no passion, no desire, nothing. Whereas in this one, okay, yes, we kept it clean, a clean sheet, 0-0 up until just after the break. I was saying to my family members, got to keep this. We've got to keep this at 0-0 for as long as we can. If we want to get anything out of it, we can't be conceding straight away in the second half. What did we do? We conceded straight away in the second half. I sent a message to some of my friends who are football fans, and I said, that's it, that's game over. Because it had been. Of late, when we'd conceded, our plan had gone down the drain, and we were completely flummoxed. We were out of ideas. We looked like we didn't know what we were going to do. But you know what? They proved me wrong. Not in the sense of the result, being what it was. We did lose, but it wasn't game over. We pulled one back through Williams, or equalised through Williams, who I thought had a really good game down that left-hand side. Down that right-hand side, Liverpool's left-hand side. I was really impressed with his performance. There was a bit of a difficult battle there. Sort of Jota and then Luis Diaz. But I think he did really well, and he put in a really good shift. Like, he was very much on it, if you know what I mean. He didn't sort of allow himself to be beaten very often. He was quite determined and dogged in his defending, so it was really great to see. And I think he did a really good, put in a really good shift, and I was really pleased that he scored. They scored again, not too long after. Then was able to even go again. Gibbs White getting a volley in on unmarked in the box. It wasn't the best volley you'll ever see. It did take a little bit of a deflection from Trent, but you know what? We fought. We got back up again off the canvas and went again. Unfortunately, they scored through Mohamed Salah, and there was no response from us in terms of a goal. But then we hit the crossbar through Johnson, and it was a lot more desire and actually will to try and fight, wanting to stay up. Moussa Niakate said it on social media that he's gonna continue to fight, and he believes with the players that we've got and the group of individuals in the changing room that we can do it. And that came after the Man United game, where we looked at it and we thought, yeah, I don't know, mate. maybe you're going to put in the effort, you're going to try, but what about those around you? And they rose to the occasion. I don't know if it was just because it was Anfield and Liverpool away, but they rose to the occasion. And if they continue to do that, we might not stay up, but it shows fight. It shows that we're willing to try and stay in this division. We've got Brighton coming up tomorrow, and I'm going to move on to the preview for that now. And it's a big game, and I say that in terms of it's not a game where you look at it and think, oh, this is a 6 point, or it's one where Forest should be winning, because Brighton are a very good football team. They're a very good side, got some very, very good players. De Zerbi's got them cooking, he's got them playing some lovely football. Ferguson looks really promising up front, Mitoma out on the left, you've got Moises Caicedo in the middle, who's been fantastic. I would be very surprised if he's still a Brighton player come next season. He's going to have so many different suitors coming for him. Robert Sanchez in goal, Dunk at the back. They've got a really, really strong side. A team that can cause so many problems, and we've seen it in multiple occasions this season. There's been performances where they've been absolutely outstanding. And, you don't look at this game and think, right, Forest, this is a chance where, you should be getting all 3 points. But I just feel, off the back of what happened to both teams at the weekend, there's a possibility where we could go out there and actually get something from it. I feel a bit more optimistic in games now. You look at Brentford, I know it's away from home, but I'm feeling a bit more optimistic that we might actually be able to go and get something after the fight that we showed against Liverpool. It's really, really important that we go out there and we fight and we show passion and we show a level of commitment to this one as we did against Liverpool. I think it's really vital that we do that. If we don't, then it's going to be definitely another loss. But we've got to use the home games and make them count. We've got to keep fighting. We've got to show that we're wanting to put in the effort to try and keep us in this division. If we can do that, then who knows what's going to happen. Brighton, for them, it could be one of two things. They're on the back of a devastating penalty shootout loss to Man United in the FA Cup semi-final. At the weekend, Solly March putting the ball over the crossbar. It could be a case of, right, they're going to want to try and rectify that. They're going to want to try and put that behind them, go out there and put in an absolute shift and absolutely leather us. Or they're going to be licking their wounds, they're going to feel down and in the dumps, and we're going to be able to capitalise that. They're feeling a little bit weak and go out there and get all 3 points, So it's interesting to see how it goes. I'm hoping that it's the latter. They're licking their wounds a bit. And we're going to go out there and show the fight, show that we can stay in this division. Leeds and Leicester drawing was quite good for us because neither side really pulled away too much from the pack, or the drop zone, should I say. We've got a possibility to come out of the relegation zone with a win. It's not going to be easy, but I feel a little bit more confident now than I did prior to the Liverpool game. In terms of the starting 11, I think the fire at the back worked well against Liverpool. With McKenna being injured, I think Niakate isn't actually left-footed anyway, so he'll probably slot into that left-sided centre-back role with probably Joe Worrell coming in at the right-hand side with Felipe in the middle. Other than that, I don't really want to change it too much. Johnson, he has been featured heavily in the side, and he's been someone who's started lots of games and has had really good performances. I think back to Leicester at home in I think it was January now, where he scored right late towards the end of the game to seal it, make it 2-0. That stands out to me, and I think he's been excellent in games, but then in other games he's been really poor and gone missing. I think for someone like Johnson, you want to have someone like him that can maybe affect the game off the bench. He's got pace, he's a bit more energetic than the tired defenders he's going to be coming up against, so we could look to try and get something that way. Not saying he's a bad player, not at all, but I think he might be a bit more effective in that way, rather than what he's been trying to do and having probably like 9 touches in the 90 and being offside 72 times in the space of 12 minutes. I'm only messing, obviously. But no, I think that the team that started against Liverpool, bar the McKenna injury, should be the team that plays against Brighton. They showed every reason why they should be starting. We just need to work on defensively, being a bit more aware of things and working on set piece defending, because there was a couple of goals there that could have been so preventable. There was one where Diogo Jota had the ball and he was able just to flick it up, control it, bang, without a contest, without any contest from the defenders. So, that needs to be worked on. But other than that, I feel like, if we show that desire, show the fight, and show the quality that we showed against Brighton, then there's no reason why we can't make it even more of a difficult game. Maybe pick up a point at home. Maybe use the home crowd at the City ground to try and get us 3 points. It's not going to be easy. Brighton are a very good side. They're battling to get European football next season, which is absolutely incredible for a club like Brighton. Fair play to them. They're probably the most well-run club in the world at the moment, if not just the country. It's going to be hard, don't get me wrong, but if we show that level of commitment, that level of fight and desire, then we could be in with an opportunity to get something. A win in this game would be absolutely massive. I was speaking to a Leeds fan at work today, and he said he doesn't see us getting a single point for the rest of the season. That's even with Southampton at home. So, I hope he's wrong, and I'm pretty sure he will be wrong. I do see us probably getting something against Southampton, maybe Brentford, I don't know. But, if we go out there and we fight, we show the display of passion that we showed, we'll be definitely in a better position than we would be if we didn't. In terms of a scoreline, I'm going to put my neck on the line. I'm going to go Nottingham Forest 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Why not? Get a goal, scrap for it, put your body on the line, leave everything out on that football pitch, and get that 3 points we so sorely need. I'm probably going to be wrong. It's probably going to be like 2-0 Brighton, but I want to be right. Come on, Forest, you can do it. Make us proud. Come on, Forest. So yeah, let us know down in the comment section down below what you think the score's going to be, who you think is going to play, what you think is going to happen, all that good stuff. Like this video if you have enjoyed it, subscribe to Talk Forest TV if you haven't already, and please come on, you